Name a pay what you want publisher who should be charging more. Well, I'll be honest, I don't feel super qualified to answer this one. That said, I do have my opinions, and that's really what this is about. First of all, pay what you want as a concept is really interesting. What I find the typical use case to be is there's a couple of them. One is this is a product that might normally be expected to be free, and so the pay what you want is sort of used as a tip jar. Another is a product that is meant as a preview or some sort of a beta, and that's often pay what you want. And another one is a publisher has alternative funding, typically either crowdfunding or something like Patreon, which is, to me, subscription-based crowdfunding. And their production costs are being paid for that way. And so the pay what you want is kind of an agreement tied to that crowdfunding. So that's what I know about pay what you want. What I don't know is the effectiveness or the how much money is getting made with pay what you want products. I guess there is another type of pay what you want product, and that's the straight up I made this product and I'm going to make it available, and if you want to pay me, go ahead. And that is probably pretty common, but I'm not really sure, to be honest. So I'll talk about a publisher first that has really high production values, and they actually have the alternative revenue stream attached to their pay what you want products, and that would be Evil Hat. They released their Worlds of Adventure through Patreon first, and my understanding, this is not confirmed, this isn't any kind of inside knowledge, and I haven't really looked into it too much, but my understanding is that their Patreon already pays their production costs, and that means writers, layout, art, that sort of stuff. And then so they hit RPG Now, DriveThruRPG, in a pay what you want status, so that if people want to pay for it, that's great, but it's kind of an agreement with the Patreon community that it's released is pay what you want. So that one's pretty straightforward, and certainly on the surface, if you look at their products, they absolutely are of a quality that they could be charging more for, obviously, than pay what you want. Should? I'm not sure. It wouldn't take much to get some numbers on that, because Evil Hat is very good about sharing their revenue streams and generally informing their fans about the state of their company. So I just, like I said, haven't looked into it. Now, there is one publisher that releases a combination of paid items and pay what you want items, but there's a specific line that they sell that is pay what you want, And these are typically one-shot adventures that, they're ready to play as long as you have the rule set they're attached to, and they're of a high quality. And I truly believe that they should be charging for them because of the work that goes into them. They actually do pay an editor. I was actually paid to edit one or two. I don't remember. I think it was one, maybe. But that is Just Insert Imagination. They have a series of adventures, and by series I don't mean interconnected, that are one-shots for Savage Worlds. They include pre-generated characters. They include what you need for a story. They do a great job of providing you with easy-to-use one-shot adventure material. And they're really a high quality, and I think they should be charging money for them. I don't know how they do with them at Pay What You Want. I can tell you what I do with Pay What You Want. If I don't know the publisher, I will put in a $0 amount, look it over, and if it's something I like, I go back in and pay an amount for it. If I do know the publisher and I know what to expect, I just pay for it. I can tell you I don't necessarily do the Patreon for Evil Hat, but I am accustomed to going back in and plugging in $4 or $5 to pay for theirs. I think that's a reasonable price. In fact, I think $4 is what you need to pay in the Patreon to get the product that way. And then for the Just Insert Imagination stuff, I tend to go somewhere between $3 and $5, I think, just because of what I'm going to get out of it. So there you go, Just Insert Imagination. Feel free to start charging more because I said so, I guess. So until tomorrow, do good, avoid evil, and play more games.